Alright, so this is GenG versus Dom1. I've been looking forward to this game for about a month now. Dom1 have a well, both teams are completely new rosters, but Dom1 sporting a new look in the bot lane, piecing apart Ghost and Barrel for the new flavor of Nongjime's old bot lane. Um, Dum and Kellen. We also have Hoya in the top lane, who is hopefully benched for Birtle very, very soon, but I digress. He'll definitely be the weak lane going into the matchup against GenG, who are five. Um, I'm hesitant to say veterans, but certainly they've tested and proven their strength on the Rift, so to speak, in playing this wonderful video game, League of Legends. Um, I think Dumb are a stronger team now that they can contest the Aphelios pick. Ghost had a lot of flaws in going into Worlds, and the big one, especially against EDG, was their lack of contention on the Aphelios pick. Um, I think going into this one, we're gonna probably see Diana banned away from Canyon, so they don't get Yasuo Diana'd. Maybe they're not afraid of that because they can be. You can see some outplay as we saw during the Mad Lions XL game, I believe it was. Um, or was it SK? SK. Yeah, the very long one with treats. Yeah. Um, so the combo is dodgeable, but I think we'll see high priority there on jungle, taking crucial picks away from Canyon, such as Jinzhou, Diana, Lee Sin, and I think we'll contest bot lane picks as Aphelios, Jinx have been terrors on the meta. Outright banning the Tryndamere away from Doran, which means they'll probably look for an early Graves pick here for Hoya. Banning the J4 away, which is notably paired up with Victor or Corki. Renekton is a handcuff alongside Diana, and Caitlyn is a terror in the bot lane. Caitlyn and Jin versus Jinx and Aphelios. In the mid lane, we have LeBlanc still on the table, Syndra still on the table, Victor still on the table. Um, I mean, there's got to be a couple more picks that Silas always in contention when it comes to drafting. Aphelios taken off the table, so less value in the Lulu or Thresh first pick. What's really screaming out to me is a Jinzhou first pick for Canyon. Notably, he was one of the first ones to start rushing Essence Reaver with Conqueror on the, and with the Conqueror reverts, it's a very strong pick right now. Diana also on the table. Even LeBlanc. Twisted Fate. I completely forgot about Twisted Fate in the AP picks. I apologize. Twisted Fate has seen a whole lot of play, especially in a whole lot of bans in every region. So not even especially in one region or another. And I hate to break this to you, but Canon or excuse me, Showmaker is a pretty good TF. He's pretty comfortable in that skin. This is just a first pick Yumi into Twisted Fate, which applies a lot of pressure onto it, though. So very interesting look. They go opt for the Lee Sin over Jinzhou, knowing that they have Yumi. And we're just picking Samira Nautilus into Doran for Deokdom and Kellen, which is crazy. Nautilus is a crazy counter pick into Yumi, because just one auto attack stops her from going back onto the Doran. But notably, they're going to throw the Yumi LeBlanc combo that Dom1 paraded in the first game against FunPlus in Group A of Worlds. Notably, LeBlanc can use W to reposition Yumi, to make her so much more of a threat and is a little bit chunkier going in. So when I saw the Lee Sin, I was very surprised that it was not an instant LeBlanc response, but you can just save the response for R3 anyways, because you know they're not going to pick up another mid laner. Going into the second ban phase, we have Gragas. Gragas taken away from Thoron, and then the Yumi, with the Yumi so picked so early in the draft, they opt to take the Poppy away from Canyon, which in select situations, Canyon absolutely demolished people on the Poppy, and they do take away his Jinzhou as well. Notably, the best kind of early game jungler that gets you a lot of tempo on map, and also Canyon does have that history on that champion. So notably, the Diana is screaming out to me for like a kind of all-in uh, attempt here. Jax is banned. If they blind pick Graves here, they're just going to get Yasuo'd, I think, is the play. You can go Yasuo Diana there with Yasuo top lane. Um, GenG could also Graves or Yasuo, which are pretty good into the Twisted Fate pick. But instead, they're going to blind the Gwen, which is not an S tier pick, but certainly one of the best blind picks in top lane right now. Saw a lot of pick in LEC, especially with the Gragas taken off the table. But this will be a Graves pick, which is kind of interesting, especially with the Tryndamere taken off the table. Oh, instead, we're going to see the Camille, maybe a Trundle in the jungle. But Trundle's pretty easily dealt with LeBlanc and Lee Sin. But Trundle Camille is a pretty fun combo. We will see the Diana though. So this Camille kind of taking me out to lunch, so to speak. But overall, pretty good comp. Oh, it's Camille TF combo. Great. You just lock someone down with R and then you Twisted Fate ult on them. Great. And to carry the Yumi, we have the Ezreal instead of the Lucian that some Korean teams look for. Even the Misfortune that was so popular in Worlds, I think is still playable in that respect for the Yumi. I think even the bonus move speed helps you dodge Nautilus Q. But I digress. Oh, Samira Windwall is pretty horrible into MF ult. Excuse me. So overall, I like Damon's comp a lot better. I think how you look at this matchup is even though you have Doron kind of outscaling in the top lane, I think it's also a large outscale when it comes to draft and coaching. I don't know too much about GenG's coaching staff, but I do know that my favorite part of Damwon is the coaching staff and Danny coming back from T1 last year, which is why I was very hyped on them to win Worlds. But they did not. So, I've been wrong before, so let's see if I'm wrong again. But I do think with this TF Camille combo, Samir bot lane countering Yumi, and overall Twisted Fate, or Diana kind of holding it all together, it's pretty good. Also, just Twisted Fate for Showmaker is crazy. So. I appreciate it. I'm going to go back to Kelsey Moser's chat, follow her on Twitter, and come join the chat when she's streaming LPL. I'm going to watch some Weibo Gaming versus BLG.